Alright, let's talk the FIFA 22 beta for Pro Clubs. So let's get right into it. Describing what I think is going to happen is with Pro Clubs is kind of like saying my prediction for a movie when I've only seen the trailer. I might be able to predict it, but at this point it's kind of just a guess, maybe an educated guess, maybe a hypothesis, if you will. With that being said, this is the most potential that I've seen in Pro Clubs in a long time. Largest amount of features we've seen in a long time as well. Like the amount of features that are new features that are being added to this game, we haven't seen that before in terms of Pro Clubs in a long time. Solo queuing, stadium customization, player uniqueness, these things are all very good additions to the game, and they're also features that we've been asking for a long time. Even though it took them such a long time to add these features to the game, more specifically to Pro Clubs, I think they're all great additions. With the first one being solo queue, or just drop-ins in general. I think it's a really good addition to the game. With that being said, there was only like 159 people on Pro Clubs on a Thursday night at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. I did not find many games with a teammate. In fact, I only found one game in the span of like 10 games. I only found one game with a teammate, and it took a really long time to search for it as well. This obviously probably won't be an issue in the big game, the full game. But I think that this has a lot of potential. Obviously, this is something that they should have tried to deal with or try to fix up a long time. No longer are we going to drop into games, one, not get our position, but two, get somebody that is mad about not getting their position. They take goalkeeper and just start trying to do skill moves around everybody. We're not going to have to deal with that anymore. Another good addition to this, and it's been talked about many times, you can just, if one of your homies is online and there's only one other homie and you guys don't want to tank your record, not that we ever tanked our record in Pro Clubs, but yeah, if you wanted to, not tank your record, you can just do drop-ins with your friends and you don't have to worry about that. So that's good. I think club editing, or stadium editing, whatever you want to call it, great addition to the game. Never seen this before. Ability to change colors of the stadium, fan chants, goal songs, pitch patterns, and more. We've never seen that before. Obviously, we have seen that before, but I think it's a really good addition, and I'm glad we reaped the benefit of Ultimate Team's new feature that came in last year, I believe. I think it's something that makes it more fun, makes it feel like it's your team. I really do like the addition, especially because a lot of times whenever I would, message my friends, hey man, let's play some Pro Clubs, they'd be like, 5 minutes. Obviously, 5 minutes isn't enough time for a drop-in, so what am I going to do instead? Mess with the kids, change some players' names around, make it funny, like, I don't know, Wilma Balls, something like that.
This is great banter. It really is.
Please edit that voice crack out and the space of me not saying anything. But yeah, my only concern to the stadium customization is a lot of new customization features got added to Ultimate Team. Not a whole lot, but little things. For example, like the stadium, you can hold up like cards that have like a certain color. Very little things, but my concern is Ultimate Team obviously is still getting all the new features. I think that's where they test things and they're like, okay, yeah, people like that, let's throw it to something else. And that's kind of what happened here with Pro Clubs. I'm not complaining. I wish it happened sooner. That's my only thing. Lastly, and I think the best thing that comes out of Pro Clubs is a new customization. Looks very similar, but it definitely whenever you get into it, it's a lot different. 26 perks to choose from. These perks do things like give you certain traits. Obviously, if you've seen the trailer, you know what I'm talking about. Give you certain stat boosts, boost your skill moves, boost your weak foot, boost your long shooting ability, all these different things. And I think that's extremely good in player uniqueness. You can make a build that doesn't feel like maybe it just fits your playstyle more. In real life, I played as a striker. I was pretty bad.
Tries to play ahead for Clay Kelly. Kelly with it. It's in the back of the net. Clay walks it off for the Bears. The Bears win.
But I tried to. I don't even know what I did. I just was in the right place at the right time, I guess. But yeah, I would like to have a build that I can kind of play like I played in real life. That's never been how FIFA's been. It's always been, I'm going to make a short 5'7" guy. Probably shouldn't say short. I'm going to make a 5'7" guy, and he's going to just be able to run up and down the field. His turn's going to be quick, and that's all that really matters in FIFA. I hope that that's not the case this year. I can't say that it's not. I played a game with a 6'7" guy. Obviously, I'm not 6'7", but I played a game with a 6'7" guy that's really, really strong, and I was able to make some plays happen. Did this in career mode as well, where I made a guy that's like 6'2", made him my height, and a little bit strong, not like me, and I could play in a different way, and it actually felt like it worked. The only issue is I'm not playing with people because of the way the drop-ins were. I'm not playing with a bunch of people that exploit the meta, kinda, I guess. It's only a matter of time before we find out what perks are overpowered. If there are any, obviously there are probably going to be some, but we can only hope that every perk has its benefits and every perk has its letdowns. And yes, you may have all 3 perk slots and you made your guy really, really quick, but what's that matter if your shooting's absolutely atrocious? I don't know. When it comes to customization, I think it's a lot more fun to also level up your player. So it's just more rewarding. It's kind of like just a basic shooter level up system. Whenever you get to level 9, you get another perk slot, and you get a dribbling perk, and I like to dribble in FIFA. So it gave me something to kind of grind for. Obviously, whenever people play a lot of pro clubs, you'll get done with that pretty quick, but that initial grind will probably be a lot of fun, especially even if you're solo queuing, you'll still level up. However, it would be more fun with the team. Get the boys on. I think it's a really good addition. These were the main features that I focused on, but there were also little things like the career mode, like on the top right it'll say you misplace a pass. This is why your match rating is going down. You called for the ball and you shouldn't have, and like all that stuff, like the little critiques. I think it's a good addition. I think it's gonna start, pissing people off whenever coach yells at you for having a bad call for a pass. But in reality, the pass was really bad. That happened a lot whenever I was playing. But yeah, I think that's a good little small addition. Match stats and player performance, like I think that'll be very fun whenever you get that, because you'll have your friends where you're having a game where you just can't connect any passes, and it's just going to show you on your map how absolutely terrible you're doing. Or it's one of your friends and he cannot put a shot on target, and you're just laughing about all of his misplaced shots, all the way over here, all the way over here, all the way over here, all the way here, and he's just hitting everywhere but the target. I think that's a really good addition, and it'll be fun in not Ultimate Team. We don't like Ultimate Team. That'll be fun in pro clubs. This may not be true, but at least for me, it feels like dribbling against the AI actually is kind of fun. It's a lot of left stick dribbling. If you go right a little bit, that computer's going to follow you, and if you cut back left really quick, they kind of keep going right for a little bit, and you kind of can juke them out a little bit. This is something you don't really see a whole lot in terms of AI defending. They kind of just sat in front of you and made it really hard to dribble by them. But, and maybe that's just because I suck, but it was a lot of fun to dribble around defenders, even if they are AI. Obviously, it's more fun if you get a human, because they can get very aggressive in tackles and you can rainbow flick them, and it's more satisfying that way. But it is at least satisfying to dribble past AI, which it hasn't been before. With all this being said, we know how this is just beta. We know how this goes. We get a pretty good, decent game, yeah. Get super optimistic, enjoy the game for a few months, and kind of get tired of it. Patches kind of ruin it, things like that. And my worry is that a large amount of new features is going to keep us happy for a few years. I think this is one of those things where it's like, look at all we're doing, and then the next couple of years it's going to be kind of weak. There's going to be little additions here and there, but just enough to keep us interested. Oh, look, this new feature in Ultimate Team, this new feature in Pro Clubs, this is going to be a good FIFA this year. I think that FIFA goes through this kind of cycle a lot. Another concern that I have is how absolutely terrible Madden NFL football is. For those of you, across the pond, if you're watching, Madden football is another EA Sports game based on American football. But dude, this game is absolutely just bug-ridden. It is the worst. I play it as well. Not this year. I mean, I got it from my friend, but I did not purchase it. Am I going to get in trouble for saying that? I hope not. But absolutely just looks terrible. And I'll show a picture of or a video of one of the bugs that I saw. Like, I don't understand how something like that happens. Like, how do you release a game that's like this? And my concern with that is EA Sports makes the same game, bro. They make the same exact game as Madden, or as Madden as FIFA, whatever. We know what I mean. FIFA and Madden come from the same people, and I have a lot of concern how absolutely atrocious Madden is in terms of the game. I'm concerned that FIFA's just kind of in that hole too. They kind of just do just enough to keep us satisfied. They do, when things are looking bad, they release the new game with a good amount of features that are like, oh yeah, and it keeps us interested for barely the whole year. I mean, we know how Ultimate people say, oh, it's August, who cares? It's June, who cares? In reality, we should be enjoying the game the whole year, but we just don't, because the game just gets so bad by the end of the year. We get tired of it. I'm hopeful. Only time will tell. Best I can do is give you my thoughts on this game mode that so many love. It just gets forgotten by EA. That's all of my thoughts. I want to keep making content. Likes and subscribers keeps me going. Maybe in the next video I'll talk about career mode. I've been playing a lot of career mode. Got a lot of thoughts on it. I didn't play a whole lot. I didn't play a lot of career mode recently, so I can't tell you how many things have changed. The only thing I can really say is gameplay and what I kind of enjoyed out of it. But yeah, that's all I got. Thanks for watching.